Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this only to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular and working more for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a weekly chart of natural gas futures. So here, first of all, I would like to explain the resistance and the support levels. Here I find that we have seen here three psychological resistance levels. First is at the levels of $3, and second is at the levels of $4, and the third is at the levels of $5. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures started the current uptrend from April from the levels of $2.528. And since then, we have seen a sharp uptrend in natural gas futures, and the natural gas futures found a breakout above the first psychological resistance at $3 in May 2021. And since then, this uptrend continued, and finally, after facing stiff resistance at the next psychological resistance at $4, natural gas futures continued to struggle here when the natural gas futures found stiff resistance at the level of $4.2. So this level was a strong resistance above the level of $4, and on the lower side, the natural gas futures found a strong buying support from the levels of $3.744. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures started a steep upward move from the mid of August and continued to move upward and finally tested the 4.747. So here you can see that from here we are still well below the next psychological resistance at $5, but here the natural gas futures have given a bearish signal in a weekly time frame. So friends, here you can see that the immediate resistance for natural gas futures in the weekly time frame was at the $4.632. The natural gas futures have broken this resistance during the last week and currently sustaining above this long-term psychological resistance, because this resistance has turned into a psychological support now. But here I find that more news flow is required to test the next psychological resistance at $5, because here I find that the natural gas futures showing exhaustion, which may continue because below this long-term psychological support, we have seen a beginning of a sharp downward move during the second week of December in 2018. So friends, here I find that the level of the 4.632 seems to be an immediate support, because here a sustained move below this long-term psychological support could turn to be devastating for the natural gas futures during the upcoming week. So friends, here I find that during this week, the natural gas futures could try to defend this immediate support, because here I find that the system move could turn to be a nightmare for natural gas bulls, because here I find that below this level, the natural gas futures could find a steep downward move up to the levels of the 3.783. So this will be the next support if we find a steep downward move from here with a sustained move below the levels of the 4.559, the natural gas futures could test the levels of the 3.789. So friends, here the need of the hour is to have a close eye over the current movements of natural gas futures above this immediate support, because here the next long-term resistance is at the levels of the 4.807. So friends, here I find that this zone from the levels of the 4.807 to the 4.864 seems to be a stiff resistance zone for the natural gas futures, because here I find that a breakout above this stiff resistance zone could encourage natural gas bulls to test the next psychological resistance at $5. But here more positive news flow is required, because here the biggest fear is that the supply deficit will continue to increase unless stronger US production occurs to help loosen the balance between the demand and supply, because due to a long power outage, because here I find that the natural gas rigs could find difficulty to restart production in a shorter time frame. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures find a sustained move below the immediate support at the levels of the 4.559, we could find a strong downward move from here. So friends, here the next support can be seen once again at the levels of the 4.224, which is a strong support level for natural gas futures. So friends, here you can see that how the 9 days moving average is currently here at the levels of the 4.179, which could provide a strong buying support to natural gas futures in case of a downward move from here. Undoubtedly, a bouncing move can be seen from here back up to the levels of the 4.842. But here I find that soon the natural gas prediction starts, we will find a steep downward move which could continue during the upcoming weeks. But here still we are away 1 month from the end of this hurricane season, because currently the impact of Hurricane Ida, which resulted in damage of ports in Louisiana, so that caused a lot of supply disruption from Louisiana ports. Friends, here you can see that how after the Hurricane Ida, this area above Louisiana seems to be under heavy rain, which has turned the weather from warm to cold, and one more tropical disturbance is here. But here I find that this disturbance had little chances of turning into a cyclone. But here I find that this could take this route. If it turns into a cyclone, this could not disturb the Louisiana, because here major part of oil refineries and the natural gas rigs are here in Louisiana. So here I find that shortly the natural gas rigs could start production once again. And on the other hand, Hurricane Larry is moving from here towards northwest with the speed at 10 miles per hour. So this could have little impact over the Gulf of Mexico. So friends, here I find that this overall situation looks in favor of natural gas bears. So friends, here I find that finally the natural gas futures are showing some weakness from the levels of the 4.774, and here this exhaustion could go if the natural gas futures are not able to defend the levels of $4.565 before the end of this week. We'll see this exhaustion to continue during the upcoming week, where the natural gas futures could test the levels of the 4.229, from where a bouncing move could be there. So friends, now let's have a look at the movements of natural gas futures in a daily time frame. So here in a daily time frame, here you can see that how the formation of an exhaustive candle in a daily time frame above the levels of the 4.725, which is an immediate resistance for natural gas futures. This exhaustive candle has been confirmed by the formation of this next bearish candle. Friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to defend the immediate support, which is a long-term support what the natural gas futures have tested during the year 2018, if the natural gas futures find today's closing below this immediate support, we could find a strong slide to continue till this weekly closing, where the next support can be seen at the 9 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of the 4.335, and the next support will be at the levels of the 4.254. So friends, here the natural gas futures could find a strong buying support in a daily time frame, because here you can see that how the formation of this bullish crossover in a daily time frame has resulted in a sharp bouncing move. So friends, now let's check this move in an hourly time frame. So here in an hourly time frame, here you can see that finally the natural gas futures have seen the formation of a bearish crossover in an hourly time frame, and here you can see that how the natural gas futures have formed an exhaustive candle here, which could get confirmation shortly with a red candle from the levels of $4.651 to $4.579. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to defend the levels of the 4.588 in today's trading, we could find a steep downward move in natural gas futures, which could continue during the upcoming week, because here you can see that how the formation of this bearish crossover could continue to have bearish impact in natural gas futures, which could result in a sharp downward move to continue till this weekly closing, where the next support can be seen here at the levels of the 4.2, and one more support is here at the levels of the 4.4, from where the natural gas futures could find a sharp reversal, as we have seen here on September 1st. So this level at $4.4 is one of the strongest support in case of a downward move. So first support can be seen at the levels of $4.4 and the next support will be at the levels of $4.224. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.